What's up, Empire? So today, a little travel vlog. Got a bunch of running around to do. I'm headed right now over to the house that I'm building. I'm gonna bring you along. Just don't tell my architect that I'm bringing you, because she's weird about that, because she's trying to get my big, expensive, sexy house published in some cool publications, but we won't tell her, right? Anyway, I want to talk today primarily about something I was thinking about yesterday. After I got done with the 2.5-hour live training over on the White Label Empire, I really started thinking about success and some signs that you are going to be successful regardless of where you are right now. I really feel like when it comes to success, a lot of us inside know and believe in our hearts that we are amazing, that we're eventually going to do something incredible, that we are destined for greatness, but we might be early in the journey. What do you think? The color? The gray? So sexy, right? So come on, let's go in a little bit. We have drywall. Gentlemen, we have lots of drywall. Everything is coming together. It's not really sexy. It's kind of a mess, but anyway, you can't tell her that we're here, right? But check it out, all right? We painted that section, the black gutters to match the black doors. But I just want to show you like some of the brickwork. We're not done painting, but look at this, right? Look at that, look at that. What? Oh God, that's sexy. Look at this, right there. My patio, we're gonna stucco. Oh God, it's like next level. But here, check this out. Look at the brick detail. We still have to paint this, but when you paint it, you're gonna see a lot more. But check it out, right? All the detail, right? You've got the soldier course here. You've got the inlaid with the curves. You're gonna see a lot of curves. And then look at these, right? These big curves up there, right? Going up. What? Oh my God. This place is so sexy, right? And then you've got this little like fountain feature right there outside of the window that's going to basically empty in there into the pool. Oh yeah. This is why I want a cheaper car payment, because I got to pay for this bitch. Anyway, as you can see, it's coming along and it is looking so, I'm talking mwah. And it's crazy to think that I started this process in terms of like designing 3 years ago. And we started building and working on like the ground and everything. I believe it was April, almost 2 years, and we're probably going to be in the house in terms of it being finished around August-ish. So things are moving, and that's exciting. But what I really want to talk about today is you. More specifically, some signs that you are going to be wildly, crazy, ridiculously nuts, more successful than me. Boo boo, what's up? All right, so the inspiration for today's video is actually the White Label Empire. Yesterday we had a 2.5-hour live training, and it was amazing, right? And really the whole premise behind this training is every single week I'll come on and I'll have like some type of like business lesson or something that I want to talk about, and then I open it up, question and answer. And normally it's only supposed to be like an hour and 45 minutes, but yesterday it just started running long. And what struck me after the call or after the video session was just how amazing the people that are in this community actually are. I actually offered something to everybody in there, said, hey, once you actually launch your business and you've sold 10, like you've got to sell 10 units of whatever you're selling, you launch, your website's up, right? Send me a message and I'm gonna come on this channel and actually promote it and just talk about it. Basically, it's a way for me to kind of give back and just to help a little bit some of these people. And you would have thought that I gave these people like $1 million, right? The amount of gratitude and just excitement that, you know, hey, this is amazing and oh my God, it's so exciting. And then to see everybody in the comments, in the chat, just going crazy over this made me really think about just the fact that these people are going to be successful, all right? Some people that join aren't going to be, because they're not going to be willing to do the work, but the majority, the vast majority of the people that actually join the White Label Empire, they are going to be successful. And one of the reasons is that I am going to facilitate it and make sure that they do everything that they can do, and I'm going to basically hold their ass accountable in order to do it. And if they don't want to, then fine. But the truth is that the people that are going to be successful have a few similar things in common. Number one, they're not afraid of hard work, all right? And this is kind of the first thing you got to understand. If you are somebody that even though it's not fun, even though it's not exciting, even though like you're not getting paid a ton of money, If you are willing to do hard work, even when it's not fun, even when it's not a lot of money and you're not getting accolades, this is a sign that eventually you're going to figure it out and you're going to be successful. Another sign you're going to be successful is that you embrace failure. Now, I'm not saying that failure's fun. It's never fun. It's always like sucky and hard. But if you're somebody that still is willing to try, even though it's uncertain, even though you may fail or have failed, and that's something else. A new member, Dawn, I saw her, basically post her why, right? And for you guys that aren't a member of the community, if you want to join, there's a link down below. Anyway, Dawn basically said that this is not her first side hustle. She's tried a few different ones, right? But she's back because she's hoping this time it'll actually work, or she'll find something new in a new direction. And this got me thinking a little bit about the fact that if you are willing to try and fail and come back for more, this is another sign that eventually your ass is going to get it right. And that's something that for me has been a huge thing, right? I've had over 20 businesses in my career. Some of them have failed like monstrously, others have failed like a little bit, but I still keep showing up. Even though a lot of my businesses have not worked out, right? Some of them have, and I embrace it. Failure, it's one of those things, it is something that you need to understand and wrap your brain around, that it's part of the process. And in order to do anything incredible, you've got to be willing to fail, because you're going to fail. And if you embrace it, if you still show up, if you're still willing to do the work, even though you've gotten punched in the face, gentlemen, you eventually are going to figure it out, and you are going to basically be wildly crazy successful. The next thing, and another sign that you're going to be successful, is that you constantly are seeking information, all right, or betterment. And that's another thing that the White Label Empire kind of has in common, right? They're seeking. Even though they all could probably do a bunch of Google searches and figure it out, right? They understand the value of community, but also learning for somebody who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt. If you are somebody that embraces change, if you're somebody that embraces experience and knowledge and seeks mentorship, you are going to be ahead of the game, because a lot of people that try to do it on their own, unfortunately, when it's not fun, or they're not having support, or they're not seeing success, they just get tired of it and they decide to look or do something else. But if you're somebody that is surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals that are uplifting, that are supportive, that are all working towards a common goal, you are going to be successful. The next sign, you have successful friends, all right? You cannot imagine the power and the importance of having and surrounding yourself with people that are successful. Now, once again, you might be at different stages of your journey, but if you're hanging out with a bunch of losers, that's a sign that you're not going to be successful, if I'm being completely honest. All right, one of the things that changed my life was Antonio Centeno. I always talk about this, because up until the point that I met Antonio, I was around people, but I didn't have much in common with them. But when I met him, it was amazing what happened. I basically got around other entrepreneurs, other people that were moving in the right direction, other people that were being successful or trying to be successful. And it was a mentality shift. And it also helped change the trajectory of my business and my life, and basically leveled up everything, right? The next thing is helping others. If you are somebody that is giving of your time, giving of yourself in order to lift other people up, this is another sign that you have it coming in terms of something good. Because if you are somebody that has an abundance mentality, that realizes that we all can win, and if I'm winning, it doesn't mean that you're losing, and if I got something, it doesn't mean that I took it from you. If you have this mentality and you're willing to go out there, reach out your hand and help other people up with you along your journey, another sign you are going to be successful. The next sign, you have the ability to say no when you don't want to, or when you're not getting something out of it. Now, I'm not saying that relationships all have to be some type of transaction, but you've got to be honest, all right? Are there people in your life that basically are like energy vampires? If you're somebody that allows them to take your time, if you're allowing them to take your energy and your bandwidth, guys, unfortunately, this is going to prevent you from being successful. But if you have boundaries and you respect yourself enough to say no and not allow other people to dictate your time or what you do, this is a sign that you're going to be successful. Another sign that you're going to be successful is acknowledge your mistakes. All right, one of the tricky things when it comes to business or entrepreneurship is actually acknowledging when something doesn't go right or you're headed down the wrong path. Right? Because I think that a lot of times we don't want to acknowledge that, or we just want to keep going and think, oh, eventually it's going to get better. When you realize that time is your most valuable asset, right, and you only have so much, you cannot continue to ignore reality, right? Kevin O'Leary says 3 years, if it's not working, if you're not seeing progress, shoot the bleeding dog, because one of the worst things you can do is keep spending money or keep going down a road that is never going to lead somewhere. Unfortunately, a lot of us get into the mindset like, okay, if I just keep going a little bit more, if I just invest a little more money, you've got to be honest with yourself, which brings me back to friends. You got to also make sure that your friends are willing to tell you the truth as opposed to what you want to hear. And this is another thing that I realized yesterday on the Empire call, right? There was one of our friends who's starting a business and they're doing a backpack, right? And we were talking about it and he's super excited because he wants to do a color. He wanted to do purple, all right, purple backpacks. And I had to tell him, look, even though you love it, even though you think this is a great idea, I don't necessarily think you should be going down this road. Instead, what I'd recommend is basically make something that is more attractive to the masses, right? Blacks, grays, blues, the standard colors. Later, you can come out with this crazy color. The other downside to what he was about to do is that in order to do this custom color, he had to basically invest like $10,000 in an opening order as opposed to like a few thousand by going with the standard stock color that they already sell. You know, and I had to basically be the bearer of reality and say, look, you know, I am a capitalist and all I care about is selling. And a little story I'll share with you to highlight this is when I first started Pete and Pedro, right? I thought that it was going to be really cute and funny to put like hair on the donkey and it was going to be like cute and funny. And I had all these like funny things that I was trying to like, you know, say about these different products. And what I realized is that people don't want funny with their hair product. And I had to own that. I had to realize that this is a bad idea, right? I should have had friends around me that said, yo, Aaron, that's stupid. Unfortunately, I had to learn that the hard way. You've got to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that aren't just going to say yes, aren't just going to say good job and amazing and oh my God, purple backpacks. I can't believe that somebody wouldn't want one. Gentlemen, you got to read the writing on the wall. You also need to read the room and be able to allow other people to tell you the truth. And you've got to be smart enough to embrace it, which brings me to another sign that you're going to be successful. And that is you embrace change and new direction when it presents itself. And it's a better idea or a better road to go down, right? Because once again, if you expect to ever do anything amazing and you're thinking that you're going to have one direction and you're just going to keep hammering and going down this one road, even when the universe is saying, yo, stupid, go that way, unfortunately, you're just going to keep going and banging your head against the wall because you're too hard-headed and stubborn to actually read the writing on the wall and accept criticism and make the change where you need to, right? All criticism is not the same. You've got constructive and you've got destructive, right? Destructive is the shit you want to ignore, but constructive criticism is from people that have your best interest in mind. And if you're surrounding yourself with people that truly want the best for you, but are willing to tell you the hard truth, these are the people you need to embrace and pull closer to you, as opposed to pushing them away because they're telling you something that doesn't feel good, right? Or it's not what you want to hear. Gentlemen, don't be stupid, right? Don't be stubborn. The next thing I just want to say as a sign is you want more. You want more from your life. You may be working at Starbucks right now, but you're not complaining. You shut the fuck up and you do your job. You shut the fuck up and you do the job. You do the work. You're not afraid to do something to make ends meet. All right, and that's something else I just want to put out there, right? If you're somebody that is willing to do something that you feel or that you know might be a little bit below you or beneath you, but you're going to do it. And the reason why you're going to do it is because you need to do it. And while you're doing that, you're going to look for something else. You're going to look for another opportunity. You're going to join the white label empire. And you're going to pick yourself up and get out of that situation because you want more. Not everybody is like that. Not everybody is willing to do things even though it's not fun or exciting or they're not getting, you know, a lot of applause or thumbs up, right? A lot of people aren't going to do that. They would rather sit on their ass or ask for a handout as opposed to going out and getting a job and just making shit work. And then, while they're doing it, figuring something else out because they want more. And this is something that you've got to understand. If you are somebody that is striving, that is envisioning, that is dreaming, but is willing to take action, you're going to be successful. It's not good enough just to think about something better. It's not good enough just to say that you're going to do something. The person that's going to be successful is somebody that is willing to take action. Action. Action is the thing that separates the winners from the losers, the dreamers from the doers, the people that just talk and the people that are eventually going to be wildly crazy successful. Gentlemen, take action. Now is the time. If you have not joined the White Label Empire, do it. If you haven't joined the White Label Empire, now is the time. Because I've got a number that once we reach it, I'm shutting it down. Or I'm basically going to double or triple the price of membership. All right? Here's the deal. It's an amazing community. It's an amazing opportunity. And if you are ready to do something amazing and change your life, join us. All right? And the truth is that if you do, we as a community are going to do what we can do in order to help facilitate your growth and your success. It's not just my community, it's our community. And anybody in there will tell you it's a collaborative thing. And the men and the women that are in there are amazing people that are all striving to be better and do something incredible. And the last thing that you need to do if you expect to be successful is believe in yourself. An inner belief, an inner strength, an inner confidence. This is something that should be unwavering. It doesn't mean that you're there right now. You might not be where you need to be, but you believe in yourself and you know that eventually you're going to do it if and only if you take action.